Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and welcome to episode 23 of Resurgence with AC Milan. Today we've got a roundup of games for you, including the match with Marseille in the Europa League, as well as a big game at the top of the table with Roma. We've also got a bit of news from Sheffield Wednesday as they've appointed a brand new manager. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. Also, don't forget, I'm a member of the FM Creators community and the Passion for FM team. The link to the Discord servers is in the description. Let's get to the news first of all, though, shall we? And that news is that Ryan Giggs, the Manchester United stalwart, legend, however many other words you want to describe him, has become the new manager of Sheffield Wednesday. They are in a very precarious position, as I've mentioned previously. Dropped to 23rd in the championship they have. So Giggs has left Millwall to take on the Owls, and hopefully he can keep them up. So moving on to the results we've had since we were last together, and we start following the demolition of Celta Vigo with a 2-0 win over Parma. Let's take a look at the goals. Dusan Vlahovic opened the scoring in this one on 23 minutes. Pasquetta playing it wide to Nicolas Pepe. He will cross the ball into the middle. There is Dusan Vlahovic nodding in for 1-0. Parma did have a goal ruled out just after, but we punished them once more just on the stroke of half-time. Vlahovic with the ball on the left, playing it into Heung-min Son. He will knock it across to Pasquetta, hits the defender, goes in the net. Doesn't matter, 2-0 is the final result against Parma. We followed that up with a comfortable 2-0 win over Marseille in the first leg of the second knockout round. Let's take a look at both the goals. Andreas Olsen giving us the perfect start on 4 minutes. Lanes with the ball down the left-hand side. There is Olsen at the bottom of your picture. Cross towards the far post. Olsen diving in to make it 1-0 on 4 minutes. Then we wrap the first leg up on 60 minutes. Olsen with the ball, heading it down to Vlahovic before he strokes it into the net to give us a comfortable lead over Marseille. And we'll see how we got on in the second leg shortly. And that was followed up by a 1-1 draw with Napoli. Let's take a look at the goals. It's great to see Dusan Vlahovic back amongst the goals. Benachour with the cross into the middle. Vlahovic tapping into the net for 1-0 on 8 minutes. But we were denied by Insigne from the penalty spot as he claimed a point for Napoli. Then it was an absolute demolition job in the Stade Velodrome as we beat Marseille by 4-0, 6-0 on aggregate, as we saw safe passage through to the quarter-finals of the Europa League. Let's take a look at all the goals. Vlahovic and Olsen doing the damage in this one. Bayer with the ball down the right-hand side for the first goal. He will cross it into the middle. There is Dusan Vlahovic, quickest amongst everybody to put us in front. It was 2 on 22 minutes as Olsen grabbed a goal. There is Kieran Tierney on the left-hand side. He will play it towards the far post. Olsen nods into the net for 2-0. Vlahovic grabbed the third on 47 minutes. Olsen doing the work down the right-hand side. This time, Dusan Vlahovic making his way into the box. There he is, arriving on the penalty spot to head in for 3. And Olsen had the final say in the 92nd minute. Lanes with a cross towards the far post. Olsen hits the outside the post with a header before slamming it into the net for the 4th goal of the night, as we secured safe passage through to the quarter-finals. We followed that up with a drama-filled match with Bologna as Nicolas Pepe scored in the 91st minute to give us the win. Lucas Pasquetta was sent off on 63 minutes for a second booking, and Bologna missed a penalty in the dying seconds. So let's take a look at the action from this one. So here is Nicolas Pepe's winner in the 91st minute. Tolisso with the shot from the edge of the box, pinballed around. Nicolas Pepe reacting quickest to tap in for 1-0. But then they missed a penalty, did Bologna, in the 94th minute. Barrow with the penalty. Ramsdale with the save, as we claimed a vital 3 points against Bologna. And last time out, it was a 1-1 draw with Roma. Let's take a look at the goals. Dalla Vega opening the scoring for Roma in this one. Pellegrini with the ball in the middle of the park, rolling it through to Dalla Vega, who slots it nicely beyond Ramsdale for the opening goal. But we denied Roma all 3 points on 88 minutes. Santos with the ball into the box. Bartella heads it towards the far post. Lanes nods it in to give us a draw with Roma. Right, so there is some Europa League housekeeping to do. So this is the quarter-final draw for the Europa League. Tottenham play Chelsea, Benfica play Lazio. We take on Roma over 2 legs, starting at the Stadio Olimpico before heading to the San Siro for the second leg. AZ Alkmaar and Borussia Dortmund are the final tie in the quarter-final stage. Moving on to the semi-final stage, and it will be Tottenham or Chelsea versus Benfica or Lazio. We will take on AZ Alkmaar or Borussia Dortmund if we get past Roma in that quarter-final. So now we move on to the packed competition screen. So it is Roma next up for us in the Europa League, and we'll see that in a couple of episodes' time. But it is in Serie A where things are getting very tasty at the top between the 2 Milan clubs. Inter lead the way by a point from us. Where they have 69, we have 68. Roma and Napoli have 57, Juventus have 56. So, at the moment, barring a minor miracle from the 3 sides below us, it is between the 2 of us for the title. That certainly looks how it's going to be. Our next game, incidentally, Inter Milan at the San Siro. You will see that next time around. Sampdoria are outside of the European places on 50. Frosinone have 48, as do Lazio. Atalanta have 47. Benevento have 44 to complete the top half. Down at the bottom, where I think it's fair to say it is a case of when and not if Brescia will be playing Serie B football. They still have 6 points from 30 games. They've had a terrible season. Perugia are almost certain to join them. They're on 15, and then the fight starts for the final relegation place. Bologna and Spal are level on points on 24. Parma have 31, Cagliari have 33, Sassuolo have 36, Fiorentina have 37, Lecce have 38, and Udinese have 39. So you're potentially looking at Cagliari and down for the last relegation spot, but I think Cagliari might well be alright. So there we go, a neat little roundup of games for you. A new manager for Sheffield Wednesday first and foremost, with Ryan Giggs taking the helm. That will be an interesting one to see if he can keep them in the Championship this season. Roma next up for us in the Europa League. You will see that in the game that follows the match with Inter next time around, and that is going to be a massive game at the top of Serie A. If we can beat Inter Milan at home, we give ourselves at least a very good possibility that we might well win the Serie A title come May. But there is still an awful long way to go yet in the league season. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel but like to do so, please hit the subscribe button down in the corner. Don't forget, if you've got any comments to make on today's video, please leave them below. Also, don't forget, I'm a member of the FM Creators community and the Passion for FM team. The link to the Discord servers is in the description. I will see you next time for the Milan derby. Until then, thanks for watching. Goodbye.